Recently, a photo taken from the Amarillo Zoo in Texas has been getting a lot of publicity, and it's even been getting publicity with the mainstream news media because, for one, it's from a reliable source, and for two, you don't need to be an expert in cryptozoology to recognize that these are the features of an upright bipedal creature with a wolf head. And as we call them in the world of cryptozoology, wolfman, dogman, maybe even werewolf. And here's what the article says. And this is coming from Newsweek, and it's dated June 8th, 2022. The title is Werewolf or a Costume? Creepy figure filmed outside zoo puzzles the internet. And it goes on to say, it is being described as the unidentified amarillo object. I guess that would be a UAO. A mysterious human or animal in the eerie dead of night caught on a surveillance camera outside the Amarillo Zoo in Texas. The snapshot was taken from camera footage at 1:25 a.m. May 21st and shows a two-legged object behind the fence of the zoo, which is located inside Amarillo Thompson Park. And it says it never gained entry into the zoo or caused any damage on the fencing or to any of the zoo animals. And also, having jumped this huge fence, it would appear that this cryptid has animalistic capabilities of being very quick and agile and able to see at night, probably. So why would the wolf cryptid be visiting the zoo at night if not to try to eat any of the other animals or try to get into some of the enclosures? And I would really like to know which animal the wolf cryptid was trying to visit. What animal enclosures are next to the side of the fence that he jumped from? I also did a quick search of the area because I like to look at the surrounding area. And I found Amarillo, Texas. I found the zoo, and I noticed that right bordering the zoo is an area called Wildcat Bluff, and that would be very easy access for any kind of a cryptid like that to be using. And then I noticed that that area connects to an area just below Amarillo, Texas, called Timber Creek Canyon. Timber is short for wolf because Timber was the name of my wolf dog. Timber was the name of my wolf dog, and we named her Timber because Timber is short for timber wolf. Timber means wolf to me, especially. That word, that name has a lot of meaning to me, and it means wolf, timber wolf. And I realized that timber also is another word used for cutting down a dead tree right when it falls, and it's a word that you use to refer to dead trees that have been cut down and are being used for lumber. And I don't think that this heavily forested canyon was named after dead trees. I think it's more likely the name Timber Creek Canyon probably means creek of wolves. Wolves. So to me, that name really stands out as having a lot of significance and meaning for wolves. I've been going through my state-by-state cryptid research. I've been gathering any details I find about wolf cryptids and hybrids in the area. And so I'm gathering a lot of evidence, and eventually I'm going to be making So I've only researched so far like 7 states, and of those states, I've gotten some pretty good data about wolf cryptids from Arizona, New Mexico, Illinois, Missouri, and even though I don't remember specifically any wolf cryptid hybrids in Ohio, I do remember Ohio as being the #1 state so far for having the most amount of cryptids and the most different types of cryptids. And if I did a deeper dive into cryptids in Ohio, I would probably find a lot more amazing facts and even some cryptids that I missed, like this article coming from a place called Defiance, Ohio, which is in the northwest corner. This is from The Blade, Wednesday, August 2nd, 1972. Werewolf case in Defiance not viewed lightly by police. Chief cites concern over reported sightings of large beast, and it goes on to say, Defiance, Ohio. Some people here are jokingly referring to it as a case of the werewolf, but Defiance police are serious about it. 3 persons have told police that they saw a large beast that resembles a werewolf lurking along railroad tracks near downtown Defiance in the last week. In each case, he was spotted during the early morning hours. One man, a train crewman switching trains, said that he was approached from behind and was struck on the shoulder with a piece of 2x4 lumber, but when he ran, the werewolf also disappeared into some nearby brush. Wow, he was attacked. In the other reported incidents, the werewolf was seen by another train crewman about 3 a.m. Police say the third report came from a motorist who said it ran in front of his car about 4 a.m. and then quickly disappeared. We don't know what to do. We don't know what to think, Police Chief Donald Breckler said. We didn't release it to the news media when we got it, the first report, about a week ago, but now we're taking it seriously. We're concerned for the safety of our people. Chief Breckler said that descriptions of the werewolf given by the 3 persons, police are not giving their names, that spotted him are very similar, but he admits in each case the description is vague. Very hairy is the first description given by each person who saw the werewolf. The chief said he thinks that a person is wearing some disguise, such as a mask, but there is a lot of natural hair too, he said. I'm inclined to think it might be a local person, Chief Breckler said. None of the other area towns have anything like this, and in each case he has been seen in the same area of our town. Chief Breckler said that the creature wears dark clothing, and at first reports described him as ranging from 7 to 9 feet tall, but that was a little exaggerated, said the chief. Well, back to the report. The 2 of the trainmen reported seeing the werewolf work in the area during the early morning hours. Both of them are from Toledo. The third complaint came from a local grocery store employee, Mr. Brickler said. If his motive is robbery, then he is not picking on the type of person that would have a lot of money, Chief Brickler said. We don't know what his motive is. A railroad agent at the Norfolk and Western Depot on 5th Street here said that the switching crewmen from the Toledo are the only persons that have spotted the werewolf. The agent, who did not identify himself, said that none of the other crewmen in the area seemed disturbed by the reports. We don't think it's a prank, Chief Breckler said. He's coming at people with the club in his hand. We think it's a safety concern. We think it's to the safety of our people to be concerned. Creature described as having fangs. The N&W brakeman interviewed at the railroad's Sumner Street yard today said the creature had huge hairy feet, fangs, and ran from side to side like a caveman in the movies. Ted Davies and Tom Jones, crewmen on the N&W local freight, which serves Defiance on an overnight run, said that the large figure, which they said was between 6 and 8 feet tall, had appeared twice under a full moon. When we leave here, the moon is usually about a quarter full, but at 4 a.m., when we're working Defiance, the moon is full, Mr. Davies explained. The creature was first seen July 25th and then again last Sunday, both men said. When he first confronted Mr. Davies, the creature ran away before he could say anything. A quick survey of that area shows that it is next to the Hopewell Mounds, and in looking for habitat for a wolf-type creature, I found that Defiance is the location where 2 rivers fork, the Maumee and in the middle of Defiance. And from my research with cryptids, one thing that I learned is that cryptids and all wildlife use riverbeds as highways to travel at night. And So I see Defiance as being double the perfect cryptid hotspot, because there's not only one river valley, but there's two. So maybe when I get halfway through researching the states, I'll do another werewolf edition where I talk about all the werewolf cryptid information I've gathered up to that point. And if you want to see more Wolfman werewolf cryptid videos, then please hit the like for this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate it. My name is Jenna Bosiger, and until next time, bye!